Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to another one of my videos here where I'll be sharing my VHS collection, classic movies. And here we start off with Ocean's 11. This is with, I guess they used to call them the Rat Pack. Frank Sinatra, D. Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and Peter Lawford, Angie Dickinson. Peter Lawford, I guess, he had a falling out with Frank Sinatra or the rest, one of them. And he was kind of let go of the Rat Pack. He wasn't a member, in later years. But this is Ocean's 11. A lot of people may have heard of the recent, like, not recent, but like the newer Ocean's 11 with Brad Pitt, George Clooney, I think Julie Roberts was in it. But this is the original film from 1960, guys. And they did film, I think they did film it in Vegas, but I'm not sure. But it's a good movie. I did watch it. And it's basically about a robbery that they pull off in Vegas. And they hit like 4 casinos. I did compare it to the new one. And this one's actually really cool just because I'm into classic stuff, classic TV shows, classic movies. It's really cool to see these guys, you know, back in when they were in their prime pretty much. So it's a pretty good movie. I do recommend it. And this is a VHS tape, a very good condition VHS of the original Ocean's 11 movie, guys. And I'll show you guys the back right here. So really good condition, guys. Honestly, I think that nobody really ever watched this movie or had it in their collection because a lot of these VHS tapes, guys, they're in really good condition. You can find them, the covers are in really excellent condition, almost like new. So moving on to the next one, we have The Great Gatsby. And this is with Robert Redford and Mia Farrow. Mia Farrow was also in Rosemary's Baby. That was a 1968 film. I believe The Great Gatsby is from 1970s, like sometime in the 70s, I think mid-70s film. But it's a very good movie. It's about obviously like the 1920s, excesses and, you know, rich people. I haven't seen this one in a while, but I do know what the story is basically about. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get over a cough here. I got a nagging cough that I've been trying to get over, but I'm already at the end of it, so that's a good thing. And here's the back of the cover. Again, very good condition, guys. You know, I remember VHS tapes back in the day, back in the 80s, back in the 90s, guys. They were pretty expensive. They were like 20 bucks, 24 bucks. I remember that $24.99 price on a lot of them. Now, you can pick them up really, really cheap, guys. I'm talking like $5 for $1 at most places. Like, if you go to thrift stores, if you even go to well, the Goodwill will sell them maybe for like $1 each, 50 cents each. But if you go to like mom and pop thrift stores, like those, those smaller thrift stores, you can find VHS tapes really, really cheap, guys. I mean, they're practically giving them away. And again, you get really good condition. So there's The Great Gatsby. And the next one is Aliens. Here it is. And this is with Sigourney Weaver. This is, I believe it was the 80s film. It was an 80s film. I want to say early 80s, but I'm not sure of the exact year. I have never actually seen this movie, but I do want to check it out. But I know it was huge in the 80s. So there's the back cover. I'm a collector of VHS tapes, guys, so I try to find the best condition. If one of the covers, you know, the cover of the movie is really beat up or in rough condition, I'll leave it there. I look for the ones that are in really good condition, really good covers, that the tape is good. As you can see here, original. So I definitely look for really good condition, guys. Here's, I ran into a collection of John Wayne movies. They were in a bin, tote, I'm not sure, whatever you want to call it. And this man, or whoever donated all these VHS tapes, he had pretty much like all of John Wayne's movies. ever that he ever made on VHS. And I ran into him at a thrift store, one of my local thrift stores, and I gave it was probably like 60 VHS tapes, all in very good condition. And I gave the lady, I think, like $20 for all of them. I ended up donating a lot of them and just picking the ones that I think I would be interested in watching, because there was a lot of movies. John Wayne, guys, made a lot of movies. And this is one of, I kept quite a few of them. But these were in very good condition. This is another one of those collections, that I don't think the owner ever really watched them or really, you know, definitely took care of them. Definitely didn't handle them much. And yeah, so that's John Wayne, guys. And then, here is Patton. This is one of the classics, World War II movie. George C. Scott and Carl Malden. Carl Malden, I don't know if you guys remember, but he was the guy that starred in the TV show The Streets of San Francisco. And so yeah, that's Carl Malden. He started with Michael Douglas, a very young Michael Douglas in The Streets of San Francisco. So I was Carl Malden. And actually, this is another one I haven't seen, Patton. I have not seen it. You got to think about it, guys. A lot of these movies, when they came out, some of these I wasn't even born yet. So, so I'm catching up on all my classic TV shows, all my classic movies that I just never watched. But they're actually very good. Once you start watching a lot of this classic TV shows and classic movie stuff, it's actually really interesting. In my opinion, I think they had really good writers back then. Of course, there was not all movies were good, but for the most part, a lot of them, you know, once you start watching them, you get hooked, and you definitely want to see what happens. So that's Patton. Next one, we have another John Wayne movie from that collection I bought. Trouble Along the Way. John Wayne, Donna Reed, Charles Coburn. Donna Reed had her own TV show. I think it was back in the 50s or 60s. The Donna Reed Show. So, again, very good condition. This collection I picked up from the John Wayne movies. Very good condition, guys. So, that is Trouble Along the Way. Here is Roy Rogers, guys. A Roy Rogers movie. I think this was in that bin of the John Wayne movies. Bells of San Angelo. So, Roy Rogers, guys. Dale Evans, of course. Iconic country western movies, singers, I believe. And actually, Roy Rogers he's buried at a cemetery not too far from where I live, in Apple Valley, California. And I actually have visited his grave. Him and his wife, Dale Evans. So they were local to my area here. And so that is Bells of San Angelo with Roy Rogers. Next one, we have another of the John Wayne collection pickup that I did. This is with Rock Hudson. Remember, I don't know if you guys remember Rock Hudson. He was known in the 80s, I think, because he passed away from, HIV, AIDS. So that was Rock Hudson. I'm not sure if he was gay, or I'm not really sure. But he did pass away from that in the 80s. So this is a movie he did with John Wayne, The Undefeated. So, again, really good condition, guys. Really good condition for these VHS covers here. And then this one, I've never seen. It's with Nick Nolte. Farewell to the King. So this is a young, well, not very young, but a younger Nick Nolte. Obviously right now he's an old man, but this is one of his movies. I think it's from the 80s. I want to say like early 80s, maybe late 70s. I'd have to Google it. But again, very nice cover, very good condition. Farewell to the King, Nick Nolte. So. And then we have another John Wayne movie. Actually, the last two are John Wayne movies from that John Wayne pickup. North to Alaska. So, it's funny because with the John Wayne collection that I have, there's movies that are like from his early years. And then there's movies that are like from when he was already pretty much like just a few years before he passed away. He was already an old man. I think he passed away in 79. But this man made a lot of movies. But I have some of his early movies, obviously mid-career movies, and then later in his years movies. So let's take a look at the back. Sorry for the cough, guys. Yeah. North to Alaska. And then the last one is Rio Lobo. I also haven't seen this one. I've seen a lot of John Wayne movies, but I haven't seen all of them. So this is Rio Lobo. Probably, I want to say 60s. Probably early 70s. Obviously, a lot of, Civil War type movies, cowboys versus Indians movies, type movies. So, Rio Lobo. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of sharing my VHS collection, part of my VHS collection. I have a lot of VHS tapes, and I want to buy more. Definitely want to get more of those classic movies from the 50s and the 60s, and also TV shows if I can pick them up on VHS. I will do that. So thank you guys very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good one. Signing off.